What's up, brick builders? Today's build is the tipper truck. Set number 612, year it came out was 1974. Age group 3+, number of parts 23. Price back in 1974 was £1.97. Current value, if you have the mint sealed box, very old box, £75. Used £3 to £6. £75. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. But the box is very strange. It's definitely not a resealable box because it was perforated along the front edges and the sides, and it kind of came down at an angle on the sides so that you could tip it up, and you could then use the box as the storage container for the model as it's fully built. So it became like a storage container as well. But very cool. Very rare that you will find one that is in really, really good condition. I'm sure there's loads of them out there, but yeah, £75. Wow, that's pretty good. Anyway, we've got some really cool pieces. Let's dive in, shall we? All right, here's our pieces. 23 pieces there. And so what we've got is we've got this blue tipper element. Now this is really cool. It's got little pins on either side there. Yeah, take a look at that. That's an interesting piece, and this comes under transport land category if you're looking at BRIT'N or anything like that. Rebrickable will have this down as transport land, but it's very, very cool little piece. So we got one of those, that's blue. Then we've got 4 1x2 yellow bricks, 2 1x4 red bricks, 3 2x4 red plates, 1 windscreen. Now this is about 1 brick and a half tall. Let me show you just how tall this is. See, it's 1 brick and a half tall. So, and that's a 2x4. So it's 4 long and 2 wide. So you want one of those. Then we got the printed or embossed. This is printed, as you can see. See that? 1x4 red brick with the printed grille and the headlights. 1 2x2 red plate. Whoops. 1 4x, I think this is 10. 1 2 3 4 5, yeah, 1 4x10 red plate. Here's where it gets interesting, folks. Here's where it gets interesting. 4 dual tires. Now we got the old classic single tire there, and Lego switched it up on us and actually gave us a dual tire. See that? So it's basically, it's 2 of these stuck together, but it's actually molded that way. So we've got 4 of these dual tires, and then we got 2 single tires. These are both smooth, by the way. As you can see, they are smooth tread. There's no offset tread on those. Then we have 1 wheel block, 2x2 wheel block with the metal bar in there and the red hubs. This is the single tire wheel. Right? You can see the distance between the back piece of the hub there and the front piece of the hub, so the tire goes in between. Well, you look at the dual one, it's quite a bit wider, as you can see. See that? So we got 1 single one, and you need 2 2x2 wheel block with the bar with the dual hub on each side in red. Right, so the build, very simple build, he says. I know when I practiced building this, I actually did mess it up. So what we're going to start off with, we're going to start off with the 4x10 plate. We get a picture up, because have I got any instructions? No, I don't need instructions for it, he says. Right, so this is going to be the front, this is going to be the back. So on the front here, on the first 4 studs, we're going to take the 2x4 red plate. I'm going to pop half of that on the 4x10. So you can see it's slightly overlapping by one stud. Now there's a reason for that. And that is we are placing this 1x4 brick with the grill plate on the underneath of that plate, like so. Next we're going to take the wheels and we're going to take the single wheel block. I'm going to put the single tires on. Now, these can be a bit tricky, which is why you usually don't take them off. They do. They can. I would recommend, highly recommend, leaving them on once they're on. But I took them off because they are part of the piece count. Right, that's one on. Those dual tires are going to be harder to put on. It's just tricky because there's nothing to hold. And these tires are pretty tricky. There we go, that's our first one. So this is going to be our front wheel. So we're going to place that behind the printed brick. Then just after that, we're going to place a 2x2 red plate just underneath there, like that. And then we're going to put a 2x4 red plate on top of that 2x2, like that. So that gives us the little gap here that could be either your fuel tanks or it could be steps. I would say that's fuel tanks. And then we're going to do the same thing with the dual wheel block. This is going to be a little bit harder, I think, because it's a thicker piece of plastic. Actually, that's going on pretty easy. So you're going to take the dual tires and just put them on there. Slight angle, push them up and around. That one's in. And slight angle, push them up and around. Yeah, they go on much easier than the single ones. And slight angle, push them up and around, and they click in place. And there we have our dual tires. So we're going to put, the dual tires are going to have a gap like that. So it's a one stud gap. It's a one stud gap. So you should get a one stud brick in between the two. And then we just go pop this one directly behind it. So you have this, just this little overhang on the back here. See that? Next we got the cab. So we're going to take our trans clear brick and we're going to pop that right on top of that 2x4 plate on the front, like that. And then we're going to build up the back end of the cab, and that's the 1x4 red brick. So you can pop that one behind it. And remember that was that clear piece was only 1.5 bricks tall. Once put this brick on, it should be level. There we go, because it's brought up by that plate. And then we're going to put the 2x4 plate over the top, and that finishes the cab. Next, we're going to take our 1x2 yellow brick, and that's going to go behind the cab, right in the middle there, like that. See that? And we're going to put another one on top of it, and this is what's going to hold the tipper on. And then we're going to do the same thing on the back end in the middle, like that. And then that on top, like that. So you should have what looks like a little bit of cargo on the back of the truck. And all you do is you rest these pins in between those studs, and it should swing. And that is the 1974 legendary tipper truck. And we're going to turn it on its side without holding it because it will just fall off. But it looks really cool. It looks really cool. We used to have these as a kid. Me and my brother, we used to have, I think my brother had this when we were kids. He's going to probably see this video and go, oh yeah, I remember that. But do you know what? It is so cool actually owning one again, or at least owning one, because these are very, very popular, especially with a fellow brick Lego YouTuber. That would be Brickstar. Jabbo would love to see this, and Jabbo probably would want it because he's actually making tipper trucks, and he's trying to go for the record of how many tipper trucks he can own and have built at the same time. He's got quite a fleet going as well. I hope you don't mind me mentioning you, Jabbo. But yeah, I do love your channel, and I do love your fascination with the tipper truck. And now I finally built one myself, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Nice little bit of functionality to it. We're tipping some bricks out. Just like, whee! There it goes. And then off we go. So yeah, that's the 1974 tipper truck, folks. A pretty decent size model for the classic 1974 vehicles or 1970s vehicles. It's roughly around about the usual scale. Like I say, probably very popular model because of this tipper functionality here, and just the whole clever design on it, with just having these pins rest in between the studs to make it work. You know, it's a very loose thing. Would people call it illegal build? Is that an illegal build? Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think there's an illegal build? Oh, also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Don't be shy. Let me know in the comments why you liked the video, why you didn't like the video. Do you have the mint seal box of the tipper truck? That would be cool to know. Yeah, Jabbo, if you're watching this and you've got the mint seal box, let me know, dude. Also, don't forget, put your notifications on so that you get notified for the videos coming up, more build videos, the live streams, the shorts, and also the community posts in the community section of the YouTube channel. Put it onto all. Put the notifications onto all. Then you will get everything. Thank you very much, folks. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.